Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Thursday morning crafting. It is Thursday, the 7th of November. I hope you're keeping well. We are going to be forging on with the Happy Hibiscus stamp set. I am determined to conquer it after last week's disaster. I've got this card in my head. I've been thinking about it, and I woke up this morning and went, oh, what was I going to make again? And then it all come back to me. So hopefully we're going to be smoother. Hopefully our stream is smoother. Hopefully our audio is smoother. So let me know. I've got Margaret watching. So hello. Let me know how the audio is. I think last week it was a bit crackly. I do not know why, but I'm hoping that everything is a lot smoother today. So good morning, Deborah. Let us swing around and have a look at what we're going to be playing with. So I've switched. My iPad and my iPhone were on 5G Wi-Fi, and they don't seem to like it. So I've switched it back to the regular, not 5G one. So hopefully we have a bit of a smoother thing today. Sound great? Awesome! Yay! Fantastic. Okay, so we are playing with the Happy Hibiscus again. I don't even know where I put my card from last week. Didn't like it. Maybe I put it in the bin. Maybe I should put it in the bin. Anyway, I'm not casing today. I'm going off on my own. So we're going to use the Happy Hibiscus and the dies. I don't think that I'll use the embossing folder. If you haven't seen it yet, this is from the new online exclusives, and it is a hybrid. So we have the embossing folder and the die, and you can emboss and cut and stamp and all that sort of thing. So we're going to be doing that. I've got some circle shapes. And I am going to use some of the gorgeous Marbled Elegance paper that is also part of the online exclusive. This paper is to die for. You know me, I love my pinks, and I love my pinks and greens. And I wasn't sure about this at first, but when you get it, probably because it was with hearts, and I'm not really a big hearts person, but I have played with the hearts as well, and I do quite like them. So this is what we're playing with next month with our Card Makers Club. But they are just absolutely gorgeous papers. Good morning, Sharon. So have a look at that. It's got gold flecks all through it, gold splatters, and I love the textures on the other side as well. So, and then we've got some reds. Have a look at them. Beautiful. So whether you're into pinks or reds, have a look at that one. Stunning. And these ones are, oops, I'm starting to, there we go, catching up again. This one's got like a little leaf pattern on it. And then this one's got flowers on it, which I adore as well. I haven't used that side much. So that's what we're going to play with. Now, I have already stamped out my image. I've decided to go for the 3 hibiscus, and that is 1 stamp. So it's 1 stamp and 1 die. So cross fingers, I won't go wrong with it, unlike last week, which was a mess. And I'm thinking I might colour these in with some blends. So I'm going to grab my Pretty in Pink and my Melon Marbled, and I'm just going to do some quick colouring. Okay, so if you are on YouTube and you're on a mobile device, you can actually pinch your screen and zoom in and see what I'm doing a little bit better. I will bring them up to the screen. So let's start on the small one, just so that we can see what we've got going on. These are a bit tricky to see what's going on, to see what these petals are doing. It's not going to be anything particularly fancy, just letting you know. I just want to get a little bit of colour down in the centre of there. So there's nothing wrong with ultra quick colouring. Not every card you have to do mega. I'm sorry, I can't talk and colour at the same time. I try, I just can't do it. So you'll have to excuse me for that. That one's going to go back. What I'm trying to get is not every image that you color has to take hours. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, so you can actually do it nice and quick. Okay, that's not bad. I'm liking that. Okay, I'm going to do this one next. This one is a tricky one, so I'm going to just, it's sort of, that one makes me nervous because it's got ruffles and stuff in it. So if you wanted to take your time with that one, you could, but like I said, I'm not going to today. Today is all about quick coloring. I will do a little bit of stuff though. I can't help myself. You still got to put your shadows and your shade and stuff in. So, well, I think anyway. Whereas, you know, this petal is under this petal, so I'm going to put dark on there, and that's just that type of thing. And I'm just going to bring them out a little bit more. Bring that one out a little bit more. So I've got sort of that going on. Thank you, Priscilla. So yesterday was a massive day. We had, or the last couple of days have been pretty big. So we've had the online exclusives come out. We've had all the Stampin' Up Awards stuff come out. We've had on stage registration. So Brisbane is booked out already. Can you believe it? Sold out in the first day. Crazy. I'm just going to bring, so I go dark and then light. Okay, and I think I've gone round all over them. Hey, Ruth. So we've got that going on now. And then I'm going to do my dark and well, I'm not going to go over everything that I've already done, but I'm going to go over a fair chunk of it. So bring that marker back down into the Melon Mambo, just so that we've got lots of ink going on. Get that blending happen. So if the nibs were any better, I'd be flicking with my nibs and not colouring with my bullet tip, but we know what we think about these nibs. See, I would much rather be flicking than colouring with the bullet tip. But I do have a whole stash of Ohuhu nibs, so I can always be, and it's not so loud, I can always be changing out my nibs anyway, these ones, because I do prefer to flick with the brush tip. And then I'm coming from the outer edge and just dragging that in. So it'll give me the rough idea of a hibiscus flower at least. And again, another way to sort of keep your nibs a little bit healthier is just to not put a whole lot of pressure on you. You know, you don't need to smush that nib into the paper. You just need to lightly do that. So, okay, I'll bring that up to the screen. I can put a link to the, I've actually got an Amazon link, all approved, so I can put that up in the description as well. Okay, next one. Okay, so this one, I'm going to bring it up so you can see, where's a pointy thing? So you can see this one's got curls on it. So that is been ruffled over. That side's ruffled over. That side's ruffled over. That side's ruffled over. So basically every petal has got a fold on it. So what I'm going to do is make these a little bit more darker. This one's sort of bending over a couple of times. So I'm going to make that really dark in there. I'm going to make these darker. I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow and make that, well, not a shadow. I'm just going to make it a little bit darker. And then I'm going to make this one lighter on the outside. So it might be a little bit different, but that's a little bit of an explanation on what I'm going to do, how I'm going to tackle it. And for this one, I am going to use my bullet because these ruffles are a little bit, all right, so I'm going to put more dark, more of my main color. Okay, I'll do all of them first, I think, just so that while they're wet, they can blend. So fill out a little bit. I'm just going to leave a tiny little bit of white space, and you can see I go round and round in circles. Rather than try and adjust my wrist, I'll just go round and round and round in circles. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the dark petal pink. I'm not going to worry, petal pink, what is it? Pretty in pink. And I'm going to come from the top and I'm going to flick it into the melon mambo, and I'm not going to worry about with the light one because that is a bit of a ruffle. And I'll bring this up to the screen just so that you can see what I've done. Okay. Oh, thank you, Queensland Stamper. All right, so that's what I've got so far. Okay, so now back to my dark, and dark in the middle here. You can actually flick with your bullet tip as well. Okay, and then dark around that edge there, dark in the center. Again, just going round and round and round in circles. And around. Don't worry, I've got a fair bit of my other, like the rest of the prep cards, so we won't be here forever. Okay, then with the next melon mambo, and flick that out. Round and round. Last one, I think. I think that's where I started. The only thing going round and round and round is that you have to try and remember where you started and where you stopped. Okay, dark, pretty, and pink. So coming from, probably come from about midway. And just flick over that. And I'm probably going to come back with my dark afterwards, I think, and just go over those curls a little bit more because they've sort of blended in with the rest of the colouring. I want them to stand out a little bit more. Okay, and then with the final, I'm liking this one, that one looks good. With the final light, pretty, and pink, I'm going to come in from the edge and just go over all of that. I can move into some blending mode here. And here we go. Okay, I think I'll do that in the middle. I have a feeling that that bit there is going to get covered up. I'm not 100% sure, but so I'll show you what it looks like at the moment. So we've got a little bit of streakiness going on because I did a flicky motion rather than like a blend. But I'm going to come back in with my dark, as I just want these little ruffles here to be a little bit on the darker side. Need them to stand out just a fraction more. All right, and you know what? I'm not even going to bother coming in with the pretty and pink again. I'm just going to go all dark. There we go. And you can actually layer, like if you find that it starts to blend in, like sink in and become indistinguishable again, you can actually keep layering your blends to make them darker. There we go. And there and done. Okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Oh, I think that, well, I'm hoping that that's your internet and not my internet for a change, Wendy. And I'm sorry it's happening to you, but hopefully it's, isn't that mean? That's mean of me to say. I hope it's you, not me. Because if it's me, it affects everyone. Okay, so there we have that. I am going to get the right dies. Okay, so I've got the dies, and that will cut all three out. And I'm not going to tempt fate. I am not going to, because I thought, I was having thoughts in my head this morning thinking, oh, you know, maybe I could cut them and emboss them at the same time as well to give them a bit of texture. But you know what? I think I'm just going to leave them like they are. Good morning, Nicole. All right. Am I going to fit on? Nope. I'm going to trim that down just a smidge. Yeah, I need to cut that excess off as well, I think. And trim that. And I'm also going to do some parakeet party. No, lemon lime. What's the other one? We got rid of parakeet party. How that one sneak into my head. Lemon lime twist. I was almost going to say limeade too. My goodness, we've had some colours over the years, haven't we? All right, so let's get this die cut. Oh, and you know what? You know, if you've been watching me for the last couple of weeks, I lost a sheet of dimensionals. They just disappeared off my desk. I was using them, and then the next minute they had disappeared, and I couldn't find them. And I looked everywhere. My glass mat was moved, everything, and then I finally found them yesterday. I pulled out my reindeer fun. Oh, wait a minute, I need them, don't I? I pulled out my reindeer fun dies, and that die sheet has got two sheets of dies on them, and the sheet of dimensionals was in between the two layers of dies, and it was all packed away. So there was no chance in finding them on my desk. No wonder I couldn't find them. They were really out of sight. All right, so I'm really happy with them. I think they've turned out quite well, and they should go nicely with that beautiful paper as well. Okay, so let's cut some leaves out from this lemon lime twist. Really getting them all back to front. All right, we'll cut a couple of these guys. Good morning. Oh, another card retreat. Far out. Oh yes, oh yes. Deb just reminded me she's going to have a cuppa and watch the replay later on this afternoon, and she's got put in her order for the kit. There is a brand new kit that's come out. I have ordered it, but I am going to be away next week, so I have a feeling it might turn up while I'm away, but that can't be helped. But it is a colouring kit. So you get a booklet and you get some watercolour pencils. I'll probably use my blends and pencil. But you get, and I didn't, there's a photo of it on my blog. But you get a booklet, and it's a 4x6 size booklet, and it's like a little colouring in book. So it's got all these different images. There's 2 of each image, so you can colour it again a second time if you want. And you get some pencils, a selection of watercolour pencils, and a water painter. So that is pretty cool. All right, got these. Now I'm going to tint these up a little bit. I might use one of those frames again like I did last week too. So keep you guys out of the way. Right, I'm going to grab some Granny Apple Green, which goes beautifully over the top of Lemon Lime Twist. Yay! I have a feeling, well, I'm hoping that, well, not really. It'll be good if it sells out, because it means everybody wants to be colouring in, but it won't be good if it sells out, because then you can't get it. You have to wait for them to come back in. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of Granny Apple Green to, oh, that stem's a bit useless, isn't it? To the base of my, I think I need to clean my brushes. They're getting a little bit on the hard side. Right, so, and I'm going to end up with pretty green fingernails. Because I am pressing pretty hard on this as well. Either that or my ink pad needs re-inking and it's not picking up enough ink. Okay, one more to go. What's happening? Nicole's wrist is getting a little bit better. Yeah, that would be very hard to craft with a bung wrist. All right. Okay, I think they've got enough depth on them. I like them. They look pretty. Pretty. All right. Get rid of that. And now the rest of my card, I have got some things already done, like I've cut to size, which reminds me, I hope my table is wobbling madly while I'm doing that, so hopefully the screen wasn't wobbling madly. All right, just while I remember, and I have actually, if this would be really good if somebody could test this out, because I have a new email company that I'm going to be using, the one that I have been using for a few years. They have doubled their prices. So I've gone to another company, and this would be really good because at least I'll know whether I've got it set up properly. So if you aren't on my newsletter list, you can head on over to alisatilsner.com and you'll see the subscribe button, and you can subscribe to my newsletter because I will have all the measurements for the card that we're creating today and all the cards that we create in our lives. They will be going out on Tuesdays next week. So this card all the instructions will go out Tuesday next week so that you can download a PDF and create it as well. So you can do that. I might just leave that up. Shall I leave it up on the screen for a little bit? Maybe not. I'll get rid of it. Okay, so I've got basic white, and then I'm going to have a layer of melon mambo. See, now I'm playing with the colours I love. I have got 3 strips of that gorgeous paper, and I'm just going to build them up down the bottom, and I'm going to put one at the top, and then I've got a piece of gold foil to match it in. I don't use a whole lot of gold foil, but I shouldn't I? All right, so I've got that going on, so that's going to be my basic layout, and then I'm going to need to cut a circle. So I'll shoot you out of the way, and then I've just got my Stylish Shapes dies, and I think I'm going to use the biggest one, even though, see, if I use the biggest one, it's going to actually take up a lot, but these flowers are awfully big too. Oh, and if I use the smaller one, which shows me a lot more, see, these are the dilemmas that we go with. That's going to show a lot more of my pretty pattern paper, but it'll probably not be seen too much. Well, maybe I could do a frame and then layer them on top. I wonder what that would look like. No. we know what happens when I start thinking about things. They don't go to plan. Sometimes they just don't go to plan. Right, I'm going to do that size one, I think. So I've got an awfully big piece of pretty and pink here. Let's cut that down to size so I can run it through my machine. Dilemmas, dilemmas, dilemmas. Oops, better come back to the comments. Okay. I wish I had a green thumb. I am not so great. All right, so we're going to go for this size. Oh, I'm hoping that's going to be okay. Oops, throwing things around. All right, so that's going to go up there. Put them away. It is windy outside. It's raining a little bit. Hubby's come down with a head cold yesterday. All right. Hello, Bev. Welcome. Okay, so we got that going on. And then I'm going to layer some of these guys. Something like this. Something, something. And then I'm going to put, I don't know whether I'll use him or not. I might just go on top or something like that. So I've got that going on. Oh, yes, my clear plates. It's starting to crack. I think I threw my other one out, but that one's starting to go down the same track as the other one. It's not as bad, but it's getting a little bit on the wide side. So I don't know whether I'll be able to keep using it as much as I did the other one, but I have bought myself a new set just in case. Just in case. All right, so I'm going to emboss, white emboss. You know me, love to word emboss. Okay, and I'm using the Country Birdhouse, and I'm going to use Happy Birthday. Oh, lots of goodies in here still. Do you do that as well? Like all my leftovers, well, they get a little bit trashed sometimes. Leftovers end up in my stamp case. I don't have a bowl. I know some people have a bowl or a little container where they put all their leftovers in, but mine go in the stamp set. So, and sometimes it's like, oh, look at that. I've got something I don't have to do. Like yesterday I was creating for my stamp by mail, and I opened up the stamp set and there was already a coloured image in there, and I was like, yes, that'll save me a job. Oops, I need you. All right, get you out of the way, bring you back. Now, have we got any gold bling? I'm going to start thinking about bling. I'm going to use some twine. Some gold twine that we have, but do we have gold bling? Are you straight? Right, I'm going to stamp this in the middle because I should have checked. Because what I did last week that I really quite liked, there's a die in here. Yep, that's okay. You know what? I'm going to die cut that first, because last week my paper buckled and it gave me the willies. So I'm going to die cut that first. And this one has got nice, it's going to be way too big. I'm going to trim it down. But it does have really nice little embossed edge on it, which I will show you in just a second. Oh, that paper is stunning. I've used it with Winterly Treetops, and I've used it with this one now with the flowers. So I'm pretty sure that you could use it with a whole lot of things. So let me bring this up to the screen and show you. This one's got it's got some really nice like little not embossed bits, but little like cuts into them. So I really quite like that. So it gives just gives a really nice little detail to that. Even when you trim it down, you can still benefit from that. Okay, so I'm back to here. Now I just got to make sure I stamp straight, right? All right. So, and I will put it in the middle if I can. Okay, and my white. I can tell you now I'm already so much happier with this card than last week. Oh man, why didn't we speak too soon? Why don't I use the pillow? Oh, don't. That's okay. I think we will be okay. There's always something, isn't there? And I don't want to die cut it again. So I wonder what I had that got stuck. Definitely something sticky on there. Look at that. All right, let's get you out of the way because I keep putting my hand in it. Definitely something sticky on there. Ta-da. All right. I do want to fix it up though. Try to anyway. All right, that'll do. It's not the greatest, but apologies if you get this card. Oh, that's bad. Vicky says she's not got any sound. Has anyone else got not had missing out on their sound? Sounds okay. Okay, so it might just be you, Vic. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, excellent. Fantastic. You know, I think I've used this one that much that it's gone tacky as well. I do like this stamp, this Happy Birthday. And it doesn't want to stick properly in places, and you need to give it a gentle clean. All right, so what I'm going to do is, because that's quite thick for what I want, which would be fine, but I want it a little bit thinner, so I'm just going to trim that down, and I'm just going to leave it perhaps a little bit wider than I normally would, because I think I did stamp it crooked as well. And I think I just cut it crooked then. I'm not having a great run. All right, but I still have oh my god, that is so bad. Crooked. But that will go nicely over the top there, and it's still got those nice little lines down the sides. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put a little bit of fluff behind it. So this is new also. So don't forget to go and check out the online exclusives. We are actually going to be getting online exclusives every 2 months coming up. So you'll need to make sure that you're taking a good look at it all the time. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of loopy. So this is gold twisted thread. And it's not as soft as, it's like not as soft as baker's twine. It still has, like it's firm, so you can mold it a little bit. All right, which way is which? So I'm just going to do, whoops, little whatever it wants to do. Just mush it down there. That'll do. That'll be fine. However it wants to be. Okay, and the cool thing about this also is that you can grab the ends and fray them as well, which I really like doing. So I'm going to grab them. If you pinch them with your thumb and just pull, this one takes a little bit of work. We did have another one that you don't, you pinch and pull once and it would be nicely frayed. But this one you actually have to work at a little bit to get that frayed. But it will fray nicely. Oof. I want one to go up and one to go down. So I'll just stick that there. There we go. So that's just got a little bit of a loopy loop going on. All right, let's stick this together. I'm not going to worry about doing any blending around the outside of my card. You could, if you wanted to, you could blend around your Melon Mambo with Melon Mambo, and then you could also do Melon Mambo around, like just really lightly around that pink as well. So let's get these down. So again, just a quick little reminder, if you aren't on my newsletter list, you want to head to alisatilsner.com, and it would be good because then I'd be able to see whether my system is up and working. And you'll see a subscribe button, and you can subscribe, and then all the measurements for this card will come out the following Tuesdays. Although I am away next week, so I'll have to come up with something for next week. All right, so just going up with these ones. I think I'm straight. And then I'll pop this one on. And when I cut these, rather than with my big 12 inch piece, rather than cut down in a wide block, I cut skinny across the top, so they're not going to line up. If you cut down, the patterns will realign, but because I've gone across, they didn't. So they're not going to line up. They're going to be all different. All right, and then that one can just go in the space in between. Beautiful shiny gold foil. Right, I have to go and have a look and see whether we have any gold dots. I'm sure we do. Nice, looking good. All right, we'll pop you down. I'm going to put you down flat because I'm going to pop up my flowers and I'm going to pop up my sentiment. So I don't want it too much. We were doing Creative Carnival, and Pam was like, "Oh, you can pop things up, but you may have to pay extra postage." And I'm like, "Pay extra postage? I just stick them in my card and put the usual postage on that." I don't. Might be a little bit naughty on my behalf, but I'm just like, well, I haven't had any return to me. All right, here's the one that went astray. All right, so I'm going to put dimensionals on, and again, just try and make them in the middle of my flowers, because I'm going to be popping those leaves underneath. I'm not sure what to do with that one yet. I'm going to be popping these leaves underneath. So I'll pop them in the middle. And I think I'll pop this one a little bit higher up, although I think it's going to get, I can put that one down there. I sort of like, before I commit and stick completely, I like to just bring in my sentiment and all that sort of stuff to make sure that I am getting them exactly where I want them to be. Now, I'm probably going to end up pinching those bits off because honestly, they're that thin there. I don't really need them. They're just going to get in the way. Now, and these ones have got little indents, little cuts in them, so you can mold them and sculpt them if you wish. Oops. Good morning, Lynn. I am determined to conquer the darn, I am determined to conquer the hibiscus after last week's dismal card. Sharon said she put a fat card in the post on Tuesday and they just put a regular stamp on it. There you go. Yeah, I don't know that they get too bent out of shape. All right, and one more. So if I'm going to put that there-ish, I think I'll put this one over here. There's two different sizes of, this is ones that I've done already. There's two different sizes of stamped leaves as well. So I've just popped them so you can go, you know, gung-ho with your leaves as well. All right, let's get this one down and try and put, oh, wait a minute, I should have checked that because it means I need to double mount this end. I could take that off, but I think I'll just double mount because I do want it popped up a little bit higher. So let's double mount that one. And what do I need here? Just a, no, I need to double mount in there as well. Right, and then I'll figure out that small one, what I want to do with it. Sticky, sticky. All right, I don't want to cover up that leaf completely because I do like the green in there. Let's pull you out a little bit further. There we go. And put you down like that. Now this guy, do I want to use him? Oh, there we go. I will just tuck him right underneath. Let's push that one right in. Just like that. Okay, so now I need that gold bling. Did anybody go looking through their catalogs? Not to say that I've actually got, you know, if you guys go, hey, use blah, 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 I might not actually have it. So yes, just to look through my stash, right? Because I'm thinking that gold is going to be the way. I do have a gold Sharpie. I suppose I could always, wrong colour. I could always colour, that one's got gold and pinky, they're the iridescent foil gems. Gold butterflies, or are they brass? Yeah, they're close enough to being gold, aren't they? Thank you. All right, what else have we got in here? We've got clear. Those clear dots are cool. Got pink. Yo. Okay, well, that's it. That's all I've got for gold. Oh, I can't believe it. What do you reckon? These ones? Can't believe it. All clear. What should I do? Maybe I could do clear ones and put them on the flowers to make them look like little dewdroppy things. Because I really do like those. Those clear ones they're crystal clear. Where are they? They are beautiful. Well, I think they've actually got ribbons. It's called pecan pie and clear ribboned adhesives, but they are really pretty. They're just, well, actually they're not clear when you put them on something solid, but they are. Oh, no, I like them. All right. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so let's go one down here and a couple up here. I don't mind them. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. It looks good on the green. You could always put more. You could go gung-ho, but I'm running out of them, so I won't go gung-ho. There we go. I'm done. So, yes, don't forget to look in the online exclusives, especially coming up, because like these ones have just come out, and then we're going to have more in January. Every 2 months, there's going to be online exclusive stuff. So, oh, that happy birthday is so crooked. That's terrible. So there we go. So I have made a few. I still haven't made this one. They're other disaster. I need to finish this one. I really wish that the camera would pick that up, because this one was sort of a little bit like a retro, you know, like the Billabong surf t-shirts, but I've put Wink of Stella all over them, and they are super, super sparkly, but they just won't show up. And when the direct sunlight shows on them, they are so pretty. So, but I've got to finish that one yet. I think I'll just keep that one fairly simple with a sentiment and all of that. So there we go. That is it for me. So I am away next week. So I will not be here for next week. But let me come back. So I won't be here next week, but I will be here the week after. But I will be around. I'll be, I'll still have internet thing. We're just, my youngest son's going over for his last trade school, so we are heading over there with him just for some, just to check the city out for a while. We don't go over very often, so. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling. So thank you very much for joining me, and we will see you in a fortnight's time. So, but come and check out the Facebook page, and don't forget to join my newsletter list so I can see whether it's working or not. Okay, thanks very much, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.